Hello everyone. In our previous video, we discussed about the fuzzy matcher and we also discussed how you can use them in the validation. In this video, I'm going to discuss some complex example using the fuzzy matcher. So these are the two fuzzy matcher which I'm going to use. In case of the first fuzzy matcher, the first character is the pound symbol followed by the question mark and then we have to specify a JavaScript expression. This expression has to return either true and false and based on that, our matcher will succeed or fail. The first character, that is the pound symbol, can be replaced with any of the existing matcher which we have. The second fuzzy matcher is used for the array validation. So let me give you an example on how you can use these two fuzzy matcher. So if you look at our response, we have job ID whose value is 1. So I'm going to rewrite the matcher for this property using this fuzzy matcher. And match response dot index of 0 dot job ID. And then I'm going to write the validation. So pound key followed by question mark, and here I need to specify the expression, which is a JavaScript expression. So whenever I'm writing a JavaScript expression, I'm going to use this symbol, that is underscore. This is called as a self variable in the JavaScript world. This variable is going to point to the value which we will get after evaluating this expression. And after that, I can use any kind of a JavaScript comparison operator. So during the runtime, the Karate framework is going to replace the value of self variable with the value of this expression, and then it will do the comparison. If this entire expression returns true, our matcher will succeed. If this entire expression returns false, our matcher will fail. So let me go ahead and run this. So our test is passing. Let me just make it not equal to. In this case, our scenario will fail. So let me look at the exception message. So you can see here the exception message clearly says that the expression did not evaluate to true. So let me change the expression like this. And in this case, our test will pass. As I mentioned earlier, the first character in this expression is the pound symbol, which can be replaced with any existing fuzzy matcher keyword. So let me rewrite the matcher for the job title property. And match response dot index of 0 dot job title. The value type is of string, so I will use string, then question mark, then self variable, and then I can use any JavaScript expression. So here I'm going to use a property which is provided by the JavaScript framework. Using that property, you can get the length of a string. So the property is length. Using this, you can get the length of a string, and they should be greater than equal to 1. So using this expression, I'm validating that the value of the job title property should be string and the length of the string should be greater than equal to 1. So our test is passing. So let me make it less than equal to 1. In this case, our test will fail. I can use this fuzzy matcher with the XML response also. So let me copy this line and add the validation where I'm receiving the response in the XML format. And this is our XPath. Also, let me use one more fuzzy matcher. I know this property is not there, so I can use this fuzzy matcher for it. So let me run the runner, and in this case, our test will pass. Now I'm going to discuss about the second type of fuzzy matcher, which is used for the array validation. So let me go back to the feature file where I'm working with the JSON response. And as you can see here, we have already used that matcher to validate the length of a JSON array. So let me rewrite the expression. So here I can use pound key and open and close square bracket, which is for this one. So if I'm not specifying any numeric value inside it, this is going to just make sure that the property which is on the left hand side should be of type array. If I want to specify the size, I just need to specify the number in between the square bracket. And if I want to make sure that the data type of each of the entry inside the JSON array is of type string, I need to specify the expression as like this. So this expression will make sure that it is an array of string. So in some cases, I can combine this to fuzzy matcher to add more complex validation. Assume that I want to validate that this is a JSON array of size 3 and every entry inside this JSON array is of type string and every string length should be greater than 2. So I can rewrite that expression as. So the first thing we need to validate is this is a array. So for that I will use this expression. Then I need to make sure that all the entries which is present inside this array is of type string. So then I will use this expression. I want to make sure that the size of array is 3. Then I will use index. And then I want to make sure that the length of every entry inside this array should be greater than 2. So then I'll use the question mark self variable length property along with the comparison operator. So our test is passing. So in this manner, you can use this fuzzy matcher to include the JavaScript expression for adding the complex validation.